it was blood. I went to the hospital. I was always at the hospital. Hi, I'm back. My last video I ever filmed was 9 months ago, and since then a lot has happened. Firstly, I got my heart broken about 8 months ago, right after that video, and it was not cute. It was just a very nasty situation. That whole thing just put me in a bad situation and I just couldn't get out of it. I was struggling with my food. I would eat so much. The main reason I stopped filming YouTube is because I was very unhappy with my weight and I hated the way I looked. YouTube is very no filter, very HD, everything is intense, so it was very hard for me to come on here when I didn't like myself at all. After that nasty breakup, I just was in my apartment. I didn't go out. I was very lazy. I was probably the unhappiest I've ever been since I started my transition. After a few months of just eating my feelings away, isolating myself in here, I started to do things that aren't really necessarily good for you. A couple months went by, I was still doing it. Then I opted to something a little bit healthier. I mean, it's like, I would say less worse. It's hard to explain. That was laxatives. I was popping 4 to 3 laxatives a day, every day, for months. I got a health scare, which I'd never talked about anywhere. This is my first time talking about it. When I went to the bathroom, it was blood. And sometimes I would throw up and it was blood. I was kind of freaking out. I obviously knew it had something to do with this because that's the only thing I've changed in like my routine in those last months. So I went to the hospital. I was always at the hospital. It was very scary. My friends and family were pretty much very worried because it was very serious. Every time I went, it was like bloody red, only blood. I was barely eating. It was a very complicated time. So I got treated, and after 1 month, miraculously went away. Fingers crossed, I will never have to go through that again. That was shit. No pun intended. To be honest, I'm kind of happy that happened because it was really a wake-up call for me. That's when I started eating healthier. I started eating a little less, you know, how you're supposed to, maybe like 3 meals a day. And I was working out. I won't say like working out, but like I was doing a little exercise here and there. And that is when I decided to treat myself and look for a surgeon to get a BBL. So I found my surgeon. So I had done my research. I found the best surgeon ever. He was in Miami. I did my consultation. I did all the things I had to do to send my heart thing. I had to do like a radio. There's so many things I had to do. Blood tests, urine tests, everything. So my doctor reached out and he was like, you are actually very unhealthy, which was true. And he was like, you need to lose 50 pounds. Mind you, I was bigger than I ever was. Like for me, that was very hard because I've always struggled with my body image. So to start going healthier and really hard working on my body, and then a fucking doctor that's gonna make your body turn into like a perfect silhouette tells you that you need to lose 50 pounds and that you're unhealthy, I was shook. I did not know. I did not expect that. Like, you don't even realize, right? You're like, BBL, like, if anything, I would have to gain weight. But he explained to me, which makes sense, if you have bad fat on you, then your BBL will turn to shit. My old self would have probably just crawled up in a ball and cried for days and just got depressed even more. But I was like, bitch, you're gonna have to work. You're gonna have to get out because this is not cute. So I started going to the gym. I was eating so healthy. I was literally eating no wheat, no dairy. I was eating only meat and vegetables and like some grains here and there. And then 2 months later, I lost around 50 pounds, which for me was like, I was shook. My body went from like this to like this. I reached out to my doctor and I was like, bitch, I lost all the weight. When can I get my fucking surge? My surgery date was the 1st of September. I went and I got the surgery. It went really well. I can like I have so many story times because that shit was so painful. It was like worse than bottom surgery in like the first day. Recovery wise, it sucked. It was horrible. It was very confusing mentally. Today I'm 4 months post-op and I have never been happier with my body. You probably can't really see it, but this is the final results, kind of. I show them a lot on my Instagram, so if you want to go follow me on there. Also, a crazy thing that happened, it's crazy the amount of friends that I have lost during that whole process of me being depressed and everything. It really shows who's real and who's not, so I'm glad that all happened. Kind of detox. It was New Year's not too long ago, 2023, and I made it my goal to post more on YouTube this year because last year was horrible. I was posting here and there and my content was like wishy-washy. Also, update on my face surgery. I am getting those surges because there's multiple. I'm getting my nose, my brow bone, and my jaw. I'm getting those in a couple months. Thinking maybe breast augmentation, I'm not sure. I'm wearing a push-up bra right now. I just want my boobs to look like this all the time. I'm a very perfectionist person, so if anything can be more perfect or even better, I'm gonna do it. So yeah, that was what you guys missed. I will be back. My next video, I already know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do a BBL Bible. Wait, the BBL guide, which I'm going to explain everything you need to know, surgery-wise, recovery-wise, pain-wise. I'm going to explain everything, just like I did with my SRS guide. That one did so well, not like in terms of views, but like in terms of like helping people. So many people DM'd me that video and they were like, thank you so much for making that. So I definitely want to help more. And yeah, I love you guys so much, and I'll see you hopefully next week. Don't come at me if I don't, but I'll see you soon. Bye.
I have eyes everywhere, bitch.